guys, Chichi here. Welcome back to my channel. I figured we can do some swatches of this, compare it to some of my other Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. So if you're interested in getting all up in here, definitely keep on watching. Entrada. As you can notice, I don't have my face showing, and that's because I've been battling a very severe sinus infection. I've been sick for over a month, 2 rounds of antibiotics. Yeah, your girl is going through it. Normally I do eye swatches, but I just can't. All right, here we have it, the Amrezy palette. It's retailing for $49. On the outside, it's this glitter. Love it or hate it. It's up to you. It's definitely textured, and the glitter definitely does, you know, fall off a little bit. So I wish they would have put some sort of, you know, coating on it, but hey, this is my palette. Instead of the 14 standard shades that we normally get, we are getting 16 shades. This palette actually introduces a new formula, which is their pressed glitters. Disclaimer alert, pressed glitters and pressed pigments aren't eye safe, but you're gonna do what you're gonna do because you're an adult, so it is what it is. We're gonna start off with Wasted. It's a basic pink. We have Barbs. Ooh, okay. It's kind of like a light purple metallic, but it's got a green type of shimmer shift in it. It's actually kind of cool. I don't think my camera is really doing it justice, but next one is Liddy, and this is the first press glitter. All right, and it's kind of that almost like copper with a little bit of purple hints in it. It's something a little different, you know. And next we have Cupcake. Oh, that's pretty. Cupcake is pretty dope. Cupcake is like a deeper version of Barbs. I definitely prefer Cupcake a lot more. It's that, you know, nice metallic type of purple. Dragon. This looks like a metallic goldy bronze, you know, situation. Maybe a little copper too. Then we have Leo. Of course, you gotta have that pop of blue. Your metallic aqua turquoise type. Gemini, of course, is the second glitter pigment. That one didn't swatch that well. It's a little bit choppy on that one. This is more of a antique gold, and you definitely see a little bit of silver glitter in there. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Last up we have Gorgina. Ooh, yes, Gorgina is gorgeous. This is definitely like a dark bronze. I really like this one. And it's also a metallic. The glitters, not really sure if I'm feeling them, only because glitters are hard to swatch. Let's face it, because they kind of skip when you swatch them. Wasted is the color that I probably would not use in this top row, but these 3 right here is cute. Gorgina is definitely cute. But yeah, here's the first row. I do want to make mention that when I was removing it, Leo, it kind of lingered around. Not 100% sure. I'll let you know when I actually do try this on my eyes, but I think Leo, it might stain your lid. We got Reezy, really cute, really fun pink. It's like candy yum yum almost. Next we have Anastasia, and to be honest with this color, it's one of those light pinks with the gold shifts. I'm a little bored by this color. You see it with highlighters, you see it with eyeshadows. No offense to it, but it's one of those I can do without shades. New Yorker. Ooh, that's a really good transition color. Deep caramel. That's a really nice color. And let's compare it to OG. I was kind of like side-eyeing the fact that they did put these 2 colors side by side. Swatch wise, I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera, but this one is a little bit warmer. This one is a little bit neutral. I know it's coming off a little bit deeper though. This one is kind of a little bit cooler. I mean, it's cute, whatever. A Simsa. And this looks like a gorgeous plummy shade. Ooh, that did not swatch well at all. Again, you guys know I don't really care for arm swatches because I just don't feel like it's a true representation of the shades. But Simsa is a really nice matte shade. Now we have a 1988. Let's see. Ooh, hello. That one was pigmented. That one actually came off a lot darker than what it is in the pan. So I'm a little bit shocked by that. Pleasantly surprised, but you know, hey, we're here for it. Next we have BK. I don't know if that's Brooklyn or black, but it's decent. It's not super black, but it's like a charcoaly black, grilling on a, you know, hot summer day. And finally, we have Yugo. Of course, it swatches like crap, but I do like the shade of it. Definitely a deep, dark plum purple. Maybe a little brown to it. It's cool. If they would have taken out Wasted and Anastasia and moved those over and made it a regular palette, I would have been cool with that. I forgot to mention which ones were pressed pigments. Cupcake and Amrezy are metallic pressed pigments. Simsa and Yugo are matte pressed pigments. So those are the ones you have to look out for, but here's the second row. Let's get into some comparisons. We have Amrezy and a Jackie Aina palette. Let's go with Liddy, which is the glitter. And let's take Zam. This one is a lot more of that coppery pink, and this one is just that, you know, kind of rosy gold. Cupcake and Shookington, they're just two different hues of purple. They're not really the same. This is grape, this is lilac. Let's do Wasted right there. Trust Issues, because Trust Issues comes off like gold. Actually, that's kind of more like Anastasia when it comes up with that gold. Only Anastasia has that pink. Jackie's Trust Issues comes up with gold, but right behind it is that like kind of whitish white gold. Wasted doesn't really compare to anything in Jackie's palette. Actually, let me try Soleil. Yeah, that's probably the closest thing, but it really doesn't compare. Gemini and Dwellas, just so you can see the hue of the color. Kind of close, but not really. And then Sponsored, I already know it's not gonna really be a match because it's got that kind of green shift to it. So let's get into some of these matte shades. Let's go with Simsa, and let's do Big Wig. Oh, I probably should have did Pinker. Let's do right between it. I think that might be a close relative. Yeah, there we go. Even though Pinker is a little bit lighter in hue, it comes off deeper. Big Wig really doesn't compare, but yeah, these two kind of, but not really. We're gonna take a New Yorker, and we're gonna pair that against Ginger. All right, so Ginger is a little bit deeper than New Yorker. Let's do OG. And I told you guys, OG looks a little bit more neutral. If you mix both of them together, you kind of get Ginger. Let's throw Edges up in here. Nah, B. Edges is so much deeper. This has a little bit of orange in it, so maybe if you mix something else, but yeah. That one's A 1988 against Credit. Those two kind of look alike. Credit is a lot deeper though than 1988, even though 1988 does come off a little bit darker on the skin than it does in the pan. And just for the gigs, we're gonna put Yugo right next to it. Those are all the colors in Jackie's palette that some of y'all might be like, what that look like? Now we have Soft Glam. We're gonna definitely go into Wasted and Tempera. Tempera comes off a little bit more white. This one comes off a little bit more pink. So not a match. Okay, New Yorker. Let's do Burnt Orange against it. Yeah, that's a lot more orange. This one's a lot more brown. OG against Orange Soda. Doesn't even compare. Orange Soda is super light. You can barely see it on my skin. Let me try to pick up Sienna. Okay, Sienna, it's a lot deeper. Of course, if you probably mix New Yorker in OG, you'll probably get Sienna. Let's do 1998 against Rustic. I can already tell this isn't going to be a match. Yeah, Rustic is a lot lighter than 1988. Yugo, right here. Cypress Umber. Cypress Umber and Yugo, those might be pretty comparable. It's decent enough. And while we're still here, we're gonna go in with BK and Noir. That's BK. Yeah, Noir's got that deep dark. Yeah, I think those are the shades the most alike in the soft glam palette. Here we have the OG palette, Modern Renaissance. A couple of shades that are repeated in this palette that are in the soft glam palette. Tempera, Burnt Orange, and Cypress Umber. So I'm not gonna re-swatch those. Let's do Wasted and Vermeer. Kinda have the same type of hue. We're gonna add Anastasia too and Primavera. Yeah, those don't even match up. Like they all have a little bit of a different hue to it. Put New Yorker, OG, and then we're gonna compare it to Raw Sienna right in the middle. Raw Sienna is definitely lighter. These two have more of that orange tone to it. So we're gonna compare Simsa and Love Letter. So here we have Simsa and Love Letter. Those are pretty comparable to each other. We're actually even gonna throw in Venetian Red. And yeah, I mean, these two are definitely pretty comparable. The final palette in my collection is the Rivera palette. Found this at my local TJ Maxx for like $24, $25. But Georgina, let's do Yacht. So this one is definitely a lighter bronze, where this one is that more deeper antique type of bronze shade. Let's just knock out the blues right now. So we're gonna do Leo and Shiles. I always forget how to pronounce this. That's Leo and that's Shiles. So this one is more of that seafoam type of shade to it, versus this one is like purely turquoise blue color. So I prefer Leo over everything. A lot of people are sick of this pop of blue, and so am I, but you know, it is what it is. I love blue. Blue is my favorite color, so I'm not gonna, you know, feel bad about a blue. I don't think these look alike at all, but let's do Resi and Palermo. This one is more of a kind of like a hot pink, and this one it kind of leans purple. Let's do Cupcake and Mediterranean. Sure, why not? We're here. Mediterranean is more of that periwinkle blue. This one is more of a lilac. Just to compare purples, we're gonna do Simsa and Khan. Yeah, completely different. 1988 and Palm. 1988 is definitely more of a chocolatey brown. This one is more so on the cooler side of the brown. Hugo right next to it. They're browns, they're different hues. I think those are probably the only shades that kind of sort of match in here. Everything else is pretty distinct. The Amrezy palette is pretty cool in my opinion. Arm swatches aren't really reliable, so once I use it on my eye, I can really get a grasp of how I really like the palette. Let me know in the comments if you're gonna pick this up, pass on it, or just dupe it with some of the other palettes. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Stay comfy, guys. Bye.